Well, so apparently Elon Musk is now trying to tell us that we shouldn't use social media. I mean, first of all, he's not saying anything new about how much social media can have an influence on our mental health through comparing us with people who are giving us a more than perfect version of their life through social media.
But one of the issues with social media, it's been pointed out by many people, is that I think maybe particularly Instagram, people look like they have a much better life than they really do.
Right.
But other than that, I just can't help thinking about the fact that any kind of social movement or efforts to unionize in certain sectors of the economy where unions may not be as common anymore, all of these efforts of the past years have been made possible by social media. Social media is a powerful tool to connect and organize people in social causes and in resistance against bad working conditions, low wages, and in furthering political ideas that question the status quo. To give an example, in Berlin, workers of the food delivery service Gorilla used Twitter to share and bring together complaints that individual workers had. Complaints about being withheld money, being withheld tips, bad working conditions like disregards of safety laws, being made to work during storms, faulty equipment, heavy loads that needed to be carried, but most importantly, the fact that they were sometimes just not paid the full wages they worked for. And Twitter was being used to collect all of these things and kind of bring together these workers which were otherwise working in a very decentralized way through over many different warehouses and often working alone, running these deliveries. Social media was a key tool in bringing together these complaints and bringing together the interests of the workers. And ultimately, they were able to organize a wild strike and cause significant damage to the company, especially to the company's image, who was therefore exposed to not treating their workers with any human dignity or respect. So yeah, that's a really powerful example and just makes you think about what else could be possible with social media. So you should be very skeptical when a billionaire who has every interest in keeping people complacent and quiet and peaceful is telling you to stay and back off social media. I mean, peace is one thing. It's a good thing to disconnect from social media once in a while and not to get all wrapped up in comparing yourself with other people's lives. But I really wouldn't go as far as to stay off it altogether. So yeah, that was my little 2 cents about Elon Musk's opinion on social media. So in conclusion, social media has many dangers, which we should of course stay aware of. But in of itself, it's a powerful tool which we can use to our advantage.